God. So, let me just mute my phones. Hello. Mr. Beer, how have you been? Welcome to Crossroads Podcast, everybody, and welcome to Talking Life, Mr. Beer. How are you?
I'm okay.
I've run out of time to get my GNT, by the way.
Well, how about if you go and get your G&T and I
No, no,
will,
no.
no,
No,
okay.
it's fine. I've got a whole evening to have my GNT. I will have H2O for the time being very professional on Talking Life today.
How have you coped with the heat this week?
Well, when you're a hot stuff yourself, it's quite easy to manage, isn't it?
Oh, here we go.
It's almost like hot person, hot temperature, hot environment equals cool.
God,
I know you're going to love me today. You're going to love me, Steve. I know it. I have this feeling in my water.
What do you take every week? There must be something that you take.
I basically, whatever I take is mixed in water. Pure H2O. I tell you what, Steve, water in the south, it's buzzing.
Well, I'm in the south. And what? Every time I go to my tap, I used to get rubbish out of it. It used to be brown.
Oh, what? I didn't catch that
Brown.
end bit. What did you say?
I used to get brown come out of it. Brown water come out.
What?
I
Where?
picked up out of the taps. I think somebody, what they do, they probably go to the reservoir and do a poo or something, and then you get all the brown pee come out, don't you? You know what I mean? So
No, nothing horrible like that. Our tap water in this country is still very, very good for your body. I was having this discussion only yesterday. One of my colleague is health, into health, and he says, "Oh, I don't like drinking tap water." But I only have bottled water when I'm out and about and there is no other way, right? But this water gets stored in the bottles, in plastic bottles, for God knows how many months and years. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Tap water, fresh, it's all good. It's very good.
they've got to be in the bottle for us. They use up to 3 months into be storage. After 3 months, they've
Three
got to be put
months.
away.
Yeah, if I have water left in even a glass bottle for 2 days, I feed it to the plants and freshen my water. Out of the tap is fresh water, isn't it?
Hang on for a
It's,
second. So
yeah.
after 2 days, instead of you having the water, you give the plant. So there's some water there. Look, it's no good. You can have it, little plants. Die.
No, plants are much more, robust than our, snowflake bodies. We just don't have the nutrition that we used to have. Our bodies are weak. Look at half of the population of today. They can't cope with pressures of life. This me drinking
Well,
tap water. I mean, perfect. I am always, let's go. Go, go, go.
when I used to, you're probably on some sort of kind of like medication. You know what I mean?
Listen, I am high on life. I will always be high on life. That's the only thing you need to be high on. Life. Life is the drug. If you can understand life, love, laughter, you don't need anything else. Yeah. And water, of course.
Please forgive me, folks. I'm kind of like,
Confused.
I've only got her now for another 3 months. So, but when she goes, that's it. We won't be. We kind of
I am
like
never
getting her
going.
back in.
What do you mean when she goes? Are you chucking me out?
No,
Are
no.
you getting rid of me? Viewers, are you listening?
No. Right. Yes. No. I'm not going to get rid of her. Be quiet. Gosh. It's what
I'm getting
on my
worried now. I'll
email.
be having discussions about
On
this.
my
You're not
email.
getting rid
How
of me,
could
are you?
no. No. On my email. Hi Steve. How could you get rid of our poor Angela?
I
How
know.
about if you? How about if you go on holiday for 6 months and give everybody a rest? Well, yeah, pay for pay for me to go. I'll be grateful.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
we don't. No, 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 we can't. Steve is like the central nervous system. We can't get rid of him. I need somebody to pick on.
I am nervous every time you come on up. I'm shaking. Actually, my wife's got to remind me that you're coming on. Oh, it's Friday. It's Angela, and I'm there going.
Surely not. Surely not. You are bursting with excitement. That's what it is. Don't tell lies. You're bursting with excitement. Because,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. But I'm bursting with excitement for you to come on. Yeah. Oh yes, yes, yeah. Do you know what?
no, no,
When
no.
I
You got
finish
to do
with you,
it right. No, Steve, you say, yes, yes.
no, no, no. Every time I
I want a
finish
bit
with you,
more realism.
every every Friday night, every time Friday night comes along, when I finish with you, you know what I've got to do? Get these earbuds, right? These are earbuds, and I've got to kind of like undo my ears because my ears are so painful.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to let you go.
Yes, yes. Before your ears hurt too much. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Happy Friday. And what a week have we had? I've had the most fabulous, fabulous, fabulous week. And today, there was something about today. First of all, let me welcome you calmly to our wonderful Crossroads Podcast UK and Talking Life at 7. So I've added the 7 here because, I've been accused too often for being late. There is no sympathy from Crossroads. Well, in particular, Steve Beer. He gives me a hard time. So today I have shocked him. I have arrived 1 minute early. And he can't handle it. See, when I'm late, he can't handle it. When I'm on time, it shocks the system. When I'm a minute early, that's it. Nervous system goes into some kind of super nerve mode. But I hope you are all doing fabulous. I hope most of you enjoy the heat wave. I thought normally when we have a heat wave, that is our summer over, isn't it? I mean, that is just speaking from experience. We have a little few days of sun here and few days of sun there, lots of rain in between, typical British weather, but 39 degrees and at some places 41 degrees. And you know what? That was like the hottest day on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. We had water fight. We had the biggest water fight at work, and I loved every minute of it. It was a bit of bonding thing going on with the colleagues and with the bosses. How can workplace be so exciting? It's wonderful. I love my life. I really do love my life. And I'm not on drugs, as some of you may think. I am bursting with joy and wonderfulness because I have a very good life. I love my life. I am like I've just had the perfect day. The most perfect day. Everything about today. I had a really good sleep, and I woke up on time. Usually do, but then I have little snoozes here and there. And I just had a wonderful shower and casually went to work and relaxed. I mean, our work is like super relaxed. I love my work. And I do more than one type of work. And we finished early. Schools have finished today. We deal with some school contracts. So it was like everybody was so happy. I am always happy. So it's perfectly normal. Normal is the title of this episode. So there is a episode, a post I shared. If you are following my Facebook, I hope you are, because most people should be following me now. But this is what I shared, and I want to read this out to you because this is like I've got a few important things to share. So I'm on Facebook right now. This is the doodah I shared, and what I have put: the most extraordinary thing. I ran naked across a field. Love that heat. Absolutely spot on. I put 12 people in hospital with a heart attack. You know what? They might be in a hospital because they were excited to see you naked. It's perfectly normal. You know, I give heart attack to most people. I just don't know about it. Anyway, stop disturbing. So I have put in my post the most extraordinary thing you can achieve in your life is normality. And this is what I said, normal. Happiness for me is totally normal. Some people being happy all the time is like there is something wrong with you, or you must be on drugs. Just what Steve said earlier. You heard it all. And so I said, join me tonight at 7, and I was 1 minute early. I was, because I'm never going to be late again. And there's a few messages. Do join me. I am Angela B. Spragg everywhere. That is my brand. So feel free to contact. But if you do have questions, comments, normal, yes, normal questions. No. We like normal, but we like outrageous and everything else. Everything is okay on Talking Life because Crossroad podcasts are just that flexible. They're wonderful. It's a wonderful platform. I don't get a chance to listen to all the glorious episodes that are presented. I don't get a chance, but here and there I get a clips, and I'm thinking, this platform is rather special. So I hope you send your comments, questions directly to Steve Beer. We want to make it work, Send some comments and questions. Let's hear about it on Talking Life, especially. Friday is very important. It is a fun day, and it's not just fun day, it's time to let your hair down. So I didn't have my GMT ready in time, but that will follow at 8 o'clock sharp. And today I will be drinking gin and tonic with Sicilian lemon, already prepared at Marks and Spencer's. It just goes down very well and very smoothly, and it's my treat. I'm only having one today because I'm probably going to do some audio recording, so I can't be too leery about over drinking. Yes, do please contact us with your comments and questions. And in the comment that I shared earlier, after the post, actually, I shared another post because I just felt I was having fish and chips today. I have started to treat myself every Friday. It's just because I can. And it's like spending, a lot of people go out with their friends on Fridays. I take myself out, not because I haven't got friends. It's just because I love me. And I thought, I'm just going to treat myself. It's just one of those silly things. Very enjoyable. So I went to the Chippy in Newell Village. Oh my God. They thought I ordered a large one, right? That's the fish. And I knew most of the fish shops that I visit, which is only two here, their small portion is like extra large. So I always order small. And the size of that cod was like, I couldn't eat the chips, so I only had the fish. And I have put, apparently, this is a small cod. This is like super large to me. In that, I have put, I am excited about normal things in life. I am loving my life right now, as you all know. What is one normal thing you have in your life that excites you? And somebody said, one of my author friends from America, he said, I love a cup of coffee. And that is exciting to him. America, coffee, of course, it's exciting. It's like the most normal thing they do, but some get addicted. And also, Jimmy has put, I did say I'm going to read the comments. So prior permission has been acquired, shall we say. But even though, excuse me, even though you are, once you publish something on Facebook, it's kind of like we still should respect copyright. If you're going to do something on your posts and it's somebody else's words, just let them know. By the way, I'll be sharing your comments, respect and everything. And Jimmy said, just watching TV with my busybody. So he's got like 2 cats. And this is like the most normal thing to do for some people. And it is the most relaxing thing to do. My dog and I used to watch telly, especially nature. And he was a bull mastiff. Excuse my throat. And he used to, especially in the winter time, well, all the time, I would be sitting on the sofa as one does, and he would have tons of body weight on my feet. And I didn't mind that because I used to love playing with his fur. And that was so beautiful. It was like sitting with your kid and watching telly together. How normal is that? Do you actually think about just that? If you are a pet lover, dog lover, whatever, and you sit there and you're enjoying a program, and everything is so beautiful. You are relaxed, you're watching something beautiful, your favorite pet is next to you, dog or human being, whatever, anything is possible. I mean, you can get some good human pets. Did I have one? No, I don't do human pets. They're terrible. And have you ever actually have appreciated that particular episode, like, or that particular moment, like how just wonderful and relaxing it is? Just that moment. I'm not putting on a show here or anything like that. Like, I am naturally a very happy and contented person. Why am I so happy? Because my life is normal and not normal. Uh, I just love simple things in life. I like my life to be very, very simple and drama free. Although some drama is normal and that is also enjoyable. But I do like to appreciate the most simple things. It's like, what did I appreciate today? I really, every day I appreciate my work, every day, because I wouldn't do anything in my life if that was gonna make me unhappy. I would rather be without something than to be unhappy, because my natural state is happiness and being drama free. So when I have drama in my life that is toxic to me, I like to slice that right off, right? And I have learned over the years how crucial it is to control to some degree your immediate environment, the environment that affects your thoughts, because whatever our thoughts are, that's how we make choices, and choices is life. And I am going to today read you a wonderful poetry. um, I will have it arranged. It is, I might have read it to you before. It is called Life is Choices. I may have read it to you before, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful. Let me see if I can pull it up on here. Poetry, no. So I will bear with me for a minute, but I will pull it up. And in order, I mean, you could have one very, very normal day, right? Everything is you get up, you've got to work, and you come back. And having a drama-free day to some people is boring. You should be excited that you've had a perfect day. I love the word perfection because look where we are. We live in the most perfect world. I'm not saying the dramas in it that is created by human beings. I'm talking about, look at the beautiful canopy that we have every day, the beautiful sky that changes, its format, whether it's evening, midday, morning. It gives you it's like a new canvas for a different time of the day. The sky is never constant, but it's beautiful. It's constant, but not constant. It's constant, the fact that the sky is still at the same place. It's not constant because it's forever changing, it's forever evolving. Because when life stops, it stagnates and dies. Everything you see in life constantly goes, and it just goes, and it births, and it goes through this life cycle, and it dies, and it rebirths. So there is a constant change of state all the time. A woman's body, for example, every day is different. If you are wondering why women have different moods and they're not constant, because they are forever evolving, they're forever changing. Their body is forever preparing in preparation to conceive. Yeah. So if you can learn so much about you by learning about nature. Look how perfectly beautiful the plant is. It is just a survivor. It has its roots, it goes through storms, it goes through droughts, it goes through extreme windy conditions and all that, but the roots keep them steady. What are your roots? And do you appreciate them? Roots, what are your foundations? So what are your foundations? That is what's going to keep you steady, but keep you steady while everything is changing around you, right? So when we stop, everything stagnates. If you look at my schedule, which even I don't have the control of, because somebody calls and say, can you do this? And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't even filled everything that needs to go in there. So I try to work from the memory. It goes terribly wrong sometimes, but somehow it's keep going, keep going, keep going. And I love it. I'm keep going, keep going. I do have rest now and then, but it keeps going. And I love it. My life is like, and I love it. I love it. It's constantly going. So you mustn't stagnate. What is normal? A lot of people do not want to be normal because they feel normal is boring. Normal is of low standard. Normal is when nothing else or nothing exciting is happening. And I am here to share my perspective on normality. Why normality should be treasured, and we need to change our perspective on that. How many people, let's just look at a typical example. Perfect couple, perfectly healthy bank balance, and perfectly miserable. Perfectly normal to me. You know, if that is the normality you choose, what do you want in life? Is that normal or something extraordinary? I think of normal things as extraordinary. My father was a wealthy, a very intelligent, extremely good looking man. And he had loads of women after him. But he died a lonely death. He was, in a way, all alone when he passed on. Yes, he had sisters around him and everything, but there was no one significant in his life that would have mattered to him the most. There was nobody there. A perfect picture would be if I was to use my dad as an example, the loving wife or the loving child next to him, you know, hopelessly clinging onto dad's life, thinking, oh, any minute he's going to go and I want to treasure that last minute. He didn't have that. That is perfectly normal. My dad would have given anything to have somebody by his side. Somebody that was so part of him. When I lost my very closest person to me last year, it was like the amazing gift. I spent the entire COVID year with him. I cared for him. I was there, day, noon, and night. And he died in my arms. And that was so comforting. I cared for him in his final hours. I bathed him and changed his clothing and adjusted his pillows. Those are like treasured memories and moments. That is the most normal thing, and yet is the most extraordinary gift. So why are we kicking at normality? The most simple things in life, the most normal things in life, have lost their value because they're normal. To have one good friend in your life, that there is nothing hidden from that friend. There is an absolute transparency. There is an absolute love. There's an absolute, just unconditional love. Just one. Just one friend. Do you have somebody like that in your life? Just one person that treasures you the most. Is the most normal thing, but very, very difficult to achieve. Why does it have to have the power it does in our life, in our institutions, in our world? How did it become like air, invincible, essential, all around us? Where did normal come from? Yeah, you can dig into that. You can really dig into that. But what I'm trying to say is having a good sleep is normal. It should make you happy, the fact that you sleep really well. I know so many people who don't have a good night's sleep. I die when I sleep, and I love the fact that I am dead to the world in my sleep. It's almost like it's almost a reality for me to live for the day and die at night, live during the day, die at night. And I am so aware that the how precious the life is. You can die. I am almost certain I'm gonna die in my sleep. Because my hubby always used to say, Angela, you die like you sleep like you're dead. You're a dead person. That's when I didn't used to snore. I do now because I have sinuses issues. And I've got a little spray today because recommended by my very, very, very close friend. And she said, Angela, why don't you do that? It will help you. Never had issues with sinuses. I always actually thought I've got allergy to pollen, but actually I don't have allergy to pollen. I just assumed I had allergy to pollen, and I do have. I'm going to turn this volume down. Where's the arrow? And I realized I don't have. All these years I've been saying I've got pollen allergy. I don't actually have pollen allergy because when I go to the park, I breathe actually better. So I started to think, why did I always say I've got pollen allergy? Because you just assume it's pollen during the summer. But I realize that certain seasons have a certain impact, although seems to be all the time. My sinuses play up and I don't know what it is. So I'm going to use that spray recommended my very, very dear friend. And just sleeping at night. How many people have said that to me? Oh, Angela, I wish I could sleep like you. Normal. I am grateful. If I do not die in my sleep and wake up, I'd be like, I wouldn't know if I could be that happy. If my sleep was disturbed, I don't think I would be that happy. I have like the most perfect sleep. Nothing is waking me up apart from when it's time to get up. And my new pattern now is going to bed at 10, eventually sleeping around 11 and waking up at 5 and getting out of bed about 5:30 or 6 if I've got nothing much to do. So this is like the most normal thing. For so many people, it is the most difficult thing to do is get a good night's sleep. So I have something extraordinary already, my normal sleeping. This is what I mean by treasuring the norm. We always seem to think, we have to outdo or compete to be considered the best and the most successful and so on and so forth. But really, if you can just achieve one normal thing in your life, that's extraordinary. If you think about it, if you just change your perspective, change your thought around what is normal and what is extraordinary. Like I said, just having a loyal friend that is never going to let you down. They may make you angry a little bit. So what? It's a friend and you have discussion. You may fall out for a few seconds and then job done. I have so many things to be grateful for because I have more than one loyal friend. And I just consider that to be a huge blessing. I don't feel like I don't deserve it. I'm a very good human being. I love who I am. I help as much as I can, and I love life, and I assist where I can. So I don't feel guilty. I deserve everything I have in my life and more. But I love who I am. And the only thing I used to think about, I just want normal parents. I just want normal parents. I had parents and they were scattered all over the place. I had a very disruptive childhood. I was traveling this country, that country, that country, and it was like, oh my God. But that disruption is also a huge part of my learning. I was talking to a cab driver only a few days ago, actually. An extraordinary man. He He has the most perfect family. He has a wonderful wife who loves him, and he's got wonderful children, and he loves to travel. So they travel like 3, 4 times a year, more if possible. And they said, I love learning about new cultures, meeting new people, and they've traveled so much. And as a child, we have we have got a lot of similarities. Instantly the discussion started, and he said, you're my first customer, thank you for giving me a great morning. Wow. I thought, what a compliment to start somebody's day, actually, as well as mine. It was mutually beneficial, I would say. We both enjoyed the morning, we both enjoyed a wonderful chat, and it was a great start of the day, which is actually quite normal if you think about it. Having a disruptive childhood was very normal for me, but I did wanted boring parents and boring life because I was just so tired of disruption. Do you compete with yourself or do you compete with others? I've never felt I had to compete with anybody. I've always tried to do the best I can with the abilities I have. My biggest thing is about learning. I love to learn about various things. Life excites me. I love to learn about life. That's perfectly normal for me. I also enjoy just sitting in my garden and enjoying a cup of tea and looking at the plants and tree. And I love lifting my head up high and just seeing the sky. I love it. It's so normal. I love normal things. There is something I want to discuss which involves relationships. And I'm not talking about just intimate relationships, I'm talking about relationships with parents and relationships with also, friends and things. But there was a story. I was reading the Bible this morning, and there's a story I was reading. Most of you might have heard of this. The prodigal son, the son who said, Dad, split our inheritance. I want to bugger off and I want to live the way I want to live. I want the money that you were going to split. So the dad happily obliged, and he gave his half of the inheritance. He squandered it all, got drunk, had loads of women, enjoyed the world, and got broke. He had no money. He did extreme expenditure, which I feel that. I've been there, done that, worn the t-shirt, no problem at all. While you're living, you can work and build up, right? But unfortunately, he squandered all his money, didn't make any investments, there was no money coming in, and he thought, okay, I have to work for a change. And he realized how hard that was. When you're working for somebody, they have no qualms about what your, preferences are. They don't have to be respectful. You are a worker and you will do as you're told, right? So he's thinking, my dad's servants are treated better than this. They eat better, and perhaps I just go back to my dad and, say, can I be one of your servants? And the dad sees him from the distance. It's like, put the feast on. Let's have the fatted cow, and let's have a barbecue and drinks all around. Bring the finest garments and let's put that on. He wasn't even thinking about my son let me down. Listen, what you're doing here. For that dad, he was just the perfect dad. He was missing his son. He's returned and he threw a party. He wasn't interested in what happened to his money. He was just pleased to see him. Unconditional love. That is so normal, isn't it? But is it normal? Is every parent does every parent offers that unconditional, normal love? No, no. It should be. We think that's how it should be, but not every parent is capable of that. Most are, I would say. Most parents, I know some wonderful, wonderful parents. It's normal love. Do we take that normality for granted? Or is it that you're not really going to appreciate it? Why is it that we appreciate good things once we've lost them? Why don't we appreciate things that are perfect? If you've got really good mum and dad, for goodness sake, appreciate that, because you are probably one of the very few now. Parents, if you've got great children, don't push them, just appreciate them who they are. That's how I roll. I love perfection. You know that I hear there's so many people, 99 or almost or more really. I think I am the anomaly here. Everybody will say, I know I'm not perfect. I said, speak for yourself. I'm perfect. I am actually perfect. I love who I am. I don't offend anybody. If I do, I couldn't give a rat's ass. It's like, I love me. You don't have to love me. I think I'm perfect, and that's that. We're perfect human beings. Why not appreciate somebody who is perfect? My dad was actually quite a perfect man, and he was deeply hurt, and I still think of him as an amazing guy. And one of my friend, actually very very close friend, who knows me very intimately, in a sense. It's a very deep relationship, not a sexual relationship, but she knows like the depth of my heart. And she said, you're never gonna meet a man like your dad. And I thought, oh, how sick. I'm not looking for a man after my dad. And she said, no, but your dad was capable of loving almost anybody, and you are your dad, and you are seeking for a man that resembles your dad, in a sense that his kindness, his love, his humor, his strength. And she said, there are not many about. I think there are some wonderful men out there. I do. And if my dad existed, yeah, my dad was quite extraordinary. He was very normal and not. You know, I I just want to share that being normal is quite extraordinary. Being normal is not boring. Being faithful to your partner and family is extraordinary. I'll give you an example of this. Was a conversation I have had twice this week. He's a friend, I will say. I won't give more details. He's a friend, a new friend, and he has the most perfect wife. They have been together. I think it's a high school. They were high school sweethearts. And he said, I've been with my wife more than my half my age or something like along that line. They've been together for um, 17 years, and he's not even 30 yet. And he said to me, Angela, I don't know anybody who does that. And I thought, at one point in our life, that was actually quite normal, to be with your partner forever, with that one partner forever. And he, although it seems very normal to him, but he also knows it should be the norm to respect the person that he is with. He's been with that woman for so long, and he still respects her the same way, loves her the same way, and he says, I will, there is no way, if she dies before me, I will not cope. The depth of their love is so strong and so deep. It is so extraordinary. And you think, most people think, oh, he's only been with one woman. How boring. If you just change your perspective of how extraordinary normality is, it will amaze you, and it will change your life experience altogether. Now, this person is, I'm 44. He is not even 30. He's been with his partner, and he's a gorgeous man, by the way. He can have most women. He is 6'4", I think. Gorgeous man. If he was single, I would be all over him. Not really. I'm never like that. If I was single and he asked me out, I'd be like, yes, please. He is the most gorgeous man, and his wife is the most gorgeous lady. And they have been together for 17 years, and they're still only in their 30s. Not even 30. Not even 30. And actually, some people say that's like not normal. For him, it is completely normal to be faithful to the person he loves. He's never going to cheat, and he's never going to be. There is nobody else that can possibly take his wife's place. How extraordinary is that? At one point, there were more people who were with their partners and faithful. What has happened to our society? Why is having many sexual partners is like it's like a trophy or something to be excited about? Now, I know what you're going to say. You think I have, I've had many partners, and you are right. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having many partners as long as you are decent about it. I lost my husband a few years ago. And with every partner, casual or not, married or not, whatever, I was faithful with that person. And I have had some magnificent loves in my life. And I have enjoyed every moment of that. I have learned so much through my partners. And I've experienced many things. But I haven't met a person, because I've, been here, there, and everywhere. So I've not been stable enough to have one person and stick with one person. Unfortunately, two died on me. So it's not, I'm not saying I'm not capable. I just think having the most normal, faithful, loving relationship is extraordinary. Having beautiful, loving, kind wife and children is the most extraordinary. Having an average IQ is extraordinary, because I do feel like the human race is on the decline. I do feel that. So, can we make normality fashionable in the 21st century? Can we make normality an extraordinary thing that has happened to us? I sleep normal. I am so blessed about that. I have normal thoughts. I'm a traditional at heart, and I love it. I love it. And I think I am an extraordinary person because I'm a mix of loads of things. I am extraordinary because I had the most normal parents. I'm extraordinary because I've had the most loving grandma. I'm extraordinary because I've had normal things in life. I'm extraordinary because my mum was just simply the best. I didn't get to know her, but I am exact half of my mom and my dad. So if I want to know what my parents were like, I only have to observe my own behavior. I'm extraordinary because I'm a normal human being, because I have full working body. I can see, walk, talk, and I can hear. I am extraordinary because I am normal. Can we make normal extraordinary? Can we change our perspective? I hope you have enjoyed my perspective on talking life about being normal. So, Steve, are you available? Let's have your feedback if you are. Any questions? Yoo-hoo.
Well, that was really, really good. I must admit. I think that's the best one that you've done so far. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So, what's your view? Like, what clicked with you?
Well, let's get some of my listeners on my radio what they've been saying, because it's been quite a bit of quite a lot of people coming through. Don't forget, guys, you can always leave your messages on the StreamYard when Angela does everything. But there you go. So we got Ray. He said, "Hi, Angela. Being normal is like anything else. I always want to be normal. I don't want to be anybody else because at the end of the day, I love myself.
Yes.
Congratulations too. Yeah, yeah. Um, Beverly. Hi, Steve. Um, how are you? Gosh, you're not going to get rid of Angela, are you? If you do, I'll come down and smack the bottom for you. But Angela is really good at what she does. Really love the show, so really love the show. Is this going to be on radio later? Yes, it is. Yeah, it always does. Well done, Angela. Paul says, "Hi, are you dating anybody at the moment, Angela? You look lovely."
Oh.
Um, no, no, she's
I'm
not dating
always,
anybody at the moment.
I'm always available. Wink, wink.
Yes, please contact me. I'm her agent. Um,
Unfortunately, I can only accept dates through Steve Beer. I mean, he controls all this, you know.
yes, yes,
He
yeah,
vets all the men for me that are not going to possibly have a heart attack. Who's going to come on a date with me?
yeah. And that's the question. What I want to ask you: have you noticed something's been saying since your last two partners had heart attacks?
Sorry, say that again.
Your last two partners, they have had heart attacks, didn't they?
No, no, no. My hubby had a lung cancer
Right.
through heavy smoking. He had an extraordinary life. You know, he lived his life, but he was a chain smoker, and he knew the consequences, but he wasn't going to give that up. He was never going to give up smoking and drinking. So he died of lung cancer. Unfortunately, that was inflicted, but
Yeah, yeah.
he was a great man. Yeah, he was a great man. And
My mum did that.
one of my exes, he was actually just my casual. I wasn't ever gonna be in a serious relationship with him, but I did love him quite a
Casual
bit.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, I did love him, but I just couldn't do the commitment thing because we had some clashes, and he died. He got run over by a very speedy motorbike near Heathrow. So he was very close to my heart, but unfortunately, it ended there.
Yeah.
So I wasn't the cause of the heart attack, by the way. They might have come
you
close
probably
to
got
having a heart attack.
you probably got him knocked over by a bike. You probably paid somebody.
I love them all. There's no way I would want to kill any of them.
Depends who's got the money. Um, what else we got? Oh, I love this Friday night chat. Thank you so much. Um, Steve, have you tried? No, I have not. Thank you very much. Angela, would it be possible if you can say hello to my mum? She's called Laura and she's 50 today.
Oh, Laura, hello, good evening. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's always a pleasure to say hello. Take care, Laura.
Great. Um, Hello, Beth. Beth says, what a wonderful show. Where did you find this lovely young lady? She's not young. It's a wig what she's wearing on her head. No, I'm only
It's
joking.
real.
Where, where did you find this young, beautiful young lady? Can you tell me how often she's on? Yeah, she's only on once a week on a Friday, and but you can always contact her. How can people contact you? Tell people how they can contact you.
They can contact Steve Beer, or they can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you just type in Angela B. Spragg, you will see my Google profiles. But on Facebook, Angela B. Spragg, Instagram, Angela B. Spragg. If you want to email me, angelabspragg@gmail.com. So that is my brand name, Angela B. Spragg.
That's it.
And
And
you
she's
can
got her
always
own post.
you can always contact Steve if you have a question, and he can forward me the email and so on. So it'd be good to make Steve work. Make him work.
I'll work all
Send
day,
Steve
thank
an
you.
email.
I've had I've had I've had around about 7 shows on today. I'm knackered already. I don't finish
Yeah.
until I don't finish until 10:30 tonight.
Oh, you do
Um,
such a great
I,
job.
I'm gonna go bed. Um, I've got everything here. I've got, on my table here. I've got everything. I've got fly
Yeah.
spray. I've got polish. I've got earbuds. Got empty cartons of drinks.
I've got
Right.
everything
Okay.
but the GNT. I'm missing out here.
All I got is Coke.
Oh,
Uh,
well, just Coke? Zero sugar, I hope, Steve?
I think so.
Zero sugar. Let's
Yeah.
see. Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay.
Um, Rachel. Angela. Would it be possible? Have you written a book? And would it be possible if you say hi to my husband? He thinks you're nuts. I feel sorry for Steve.
Hello, husband. Thank you for thinking I'm crazy, because I love being crazy. I love it. Thank you so much. I have written a book. I have not written a book just by myself. I'm in the middle of writing. I'm always in the middle of writing few books. I contribute a lot. My recent one has arrived yesterday, Steve. The
Yeah.
I regularly contribute to All Poetry platform, and every month or every other month, I think, they there are loads of. It's a huge poetry platform, so I always contribute a poetry towards them. So there's always a book
Okay.
out every other month at least, or when I get round it. I You can see allpoetry.com and view my poems there. At the moment, I'm writing a book on domestic abuse from both perspective, from male female perspective, rather than that old stereotypical thinking that domestic abuse only happens from man to woman.
Yeah.
The other We have few books in mind. We also help people write their story. So writing is definitely something I do. We help many people write articles and write a book. It's a beautiful process. Yeah, so yes, I do write.
Brilliant. Really good. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Thank you very much, Steve, and thank you for reading all the wonderful comments. I bid you all a wonderful, fabulous weekend, and I hope to see you next Friday, exactly at 7.
Not
Thank you
quarter
very
past.
much, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.